Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Good morning or afternoon. I am on here again. I wanted to post another video. Thank you for coming. To anybody that's listening, I appreciate you to the bottom of my heart. And I just wanted to talk about the issue of being rushed, in a rush. That's been placed on my heart, and I just wanted to get on here and have a therapeutic conversation for myself as well as to anybody who can benefit from this. So earlier today, I was out and I was doing my errands, and I am walking. I wasn't driving, but I did. Now, since I'm walking, I can see the street. I can see people driving. And it really caught my attention because it was an issue of when a person was driving and they came and turned and didn't really care about the oncoming traffic. I guess they thought engaged that the oncoming traffic wouldn't take as long. And so actually the oncoming traffic was fast. And as this person is darting out within milliseconds and like half an inch, there was almost a collision. And it was so interesting because as soon as they did all that, and of course the other driver that could have ran into them is like honking their horn and all this type of stuff. And for this person to sit here and do that and then to ultimately get to a light and stop like everybody else. And it made me think how majority of people in this world, whether it be driving or whatever, are in this rush for no reason, to get to a light that you're going to be forced to stop. Now, in terms of emergencies and things like that, where you have life in your hand and you have seconds to get somebody to get help, that's different. But regular, normal, everyday people on the road, let it be for work or whatever reason, when it comes to being rushed and something could happen to somebody else's car or more importantly their own life, I really just don't understand. We are told even when it comes to scams and things like this, where if anybody's having a sense of urgency or you gotta act now or you gotta do this, and if you don't have time to process and think for your own safety as well as others, then maybe you should be on the road. Maybe you shouldn't be crossing that street and being distracted with your phone or listening to your music if you're not seeing what's around and taking your time to be able to think real quick. That's for safety. I know we live in such a rushed world, and I know we got work schedule now, we got families to feed, but at the end of the day, at the expense of what? Whatever employer that you're rushing to. This is what I think about. Like, at the end of the day, it's still going to get done. Your goodness forbid if you have to clock in a little later, or so what if somebody has to wait a moment. It just made me think, that we really have to slow down. We have to be able to think critically, think of safety most important. Like, whatever is going to be at the other side is going to still be there when you get there. So I just wanted to hop on here and say that, whatever we're going through, we have to really be mindful of patience. Even as I'm making this video, I am one that's very quiet. Like I said, this is unscripted. I am, talking about something that I saw. So even as I'm trying to communicate this, there are times where, I might need a moment to respond or really think about what I'm going to say. I don't communicate just to blur everything out and to be rushed. Even with communication, if I'm around you, no matter what the circumstances, and I feel like I have to do that, I'm walking away. I don't even make friends with that. I don't even, even if I'm in a working environment, that's totally rushed or everything, you know what I'm saying? And something could happen to me, or maybe I get hurt. I'm walking away too. If I got to bring it to court for lawsuits or things or something should happen to me, that too. But I mean, I'm not going to be rushed if it's not an emergency. And even in an emergency, guess what? You still have to still think about others and slow it down. You're not emergency vehicle personnel, that got the sirens, that have the pass, So it's just something that I just wanted to talk about, and I wanted to see if my audience, anybody else, really realizes how much the society is in a rush for everything, and patience is a virtue, but many people seem to lack. If anything, if you get from this video, which I know is long, and I'm sorry for that, but sometimes some things take longer than others, is to know that we are all together, and any other experience from anybody else out there that would chime in and discuss somehow would be appreciative. And if you don't respond or whatever, I appreciate you even for giving this video a glance. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Enjoy this weekend. Be safe out there. And until next video, thank you. Bye.